hours and they're taking care of your business. That's everything, man. Whew. I ain't no man. Hey, hello. God bless you as well. I'm just after hours. I closed my place of business up at 12 midnight. Right now it's 1:13. I'm a little late in doing my ledger and selling up the receipts for the day because I was watching old Netflix movie on TV. I was checking out one of those Van Diesel movies on TV there. So I'm ready to start my regular stuff. That's what I do every day. When we close, we open at 10 o'clock a.m. and we close at 12 midnight. So every day, I'm doing what's called a ledger. The ledger book, where you put in what you made, what you might have bought during the course of the day, and I break everything down to beer, food, sodas, other tobacco, cigarettes, and other goods. Break it down like that. So first thing I do is just do my drawer. Do my drawer and take care of the credit card receipts, which come in, fill up this bucket full of receipts to do in the course of the day. So I record all those credit card receipts and put them in rubber bands like this. Do that for the entire month. Then I keep them stored. I store them for the whole year. So anything comes up wrong, I have a copy of the receipts. So let me see. So what I do with my drawers, that always have like at least I have exactly $15 of change in it, and I only leave $100 in the machine at night, in the cash register machine at nighttime. So I normally try to put 75 in ones and 25 in 25 in fives. Yeah. We hit the market sometime today around 9 o'clock, probably 9:30. Pick up enough supplies to take me over through Saturday, the whole Sunday. Then it close on Mondays. So got a lot of supplies that came in during the course of the week. So we're pretty good for the weekend. Always order goods. Now as I get an extremely great sale, always order goods to take me through the week. Never so much that it's going to go beyond the week. Don't do that. I don't buy any goods that are not going to sell. I don't buy anything just to sit on the shelf and look pretty. Only buy stuff that's going to sell. I'm going to get a return on my money from. I don't like to, see supplies sitting around the shelf that are not selling. That's a no-no for being in business, man. You want to turn your profit over all the time. You want to see goods coming in and going out all the time. That's the best way to conduct business. Now, I've been in business personally myself for 40 years. 40 years. This building I'm in here now, my parents purchased this building in '67, and I bought the building in an estate sale in 2007. But I've been conducting business here since 1985, which is a pretty good long time. So we've been here as a family about 58 years now, I believe. 58 years. Located in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. Got one person there. Somebody speaking to me here. Let me see. Let's see what I can see here. Fawcett, still on the show. Got rejected to have advice? I got advice for everything. What kind of rejection? What kind of rejection did you have there? What else you got here? Oh, I can't quite see the other one now. Can't quite read what I'm seeing there, I guess. Let me see. Maybe I can extend it, make it a little bigger. I don't know. Not quite sure about that. But if you got rejection, I don't know what kind of rejection did you get? Rejection from a female, rejection from a job, or I got rejected. Do you have advice? Yeah. You know what kind of rejection you got? I mean, I would just assume you're saying you got rejection from a female or male, something like that. I'll tell you about rejection. I told my sons, my youngest son, 32 now, I told both of my sons that when you go up and talk to when you talk to your female, you see her, she looks gorgeous, you want to go and talk to her, so you go and talk to her. You don't feel ashamed, you don't feel less than you are, you don't feel think you more than you are. You go and start talking. A female is going to let you know right away whether she's into you, whether she likes you, whether she doesn't like you. She's going to look you all over. For whatever reason, she's going to decide whether she wants to be with you or don't. She want to talk to you or don't. So if you get rejected, always tell them like this. You ever seen those geese or ducks in a water pond and they're swimming in the water or they're floating on the water, their feet are paddling. They duck their head down like they're trying to get something and duck their head back up and the water rolls off of them real easy. That's how you treat that. You treat reduction like water rolling off a duck's back. Keep on going about your business. I even told them to go as far as this. If you're in a crowded room, a lot of women, I don't care if you're a foot from a woman, just reject you. Turn around and talk to the next one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. That's how rejection goes. Never take rejection personally. Take rejection personally, you're doing the wrong thing. You're doing absolutely the wrong thing. Because someone might see something they like. They might see something familiar. You might look like their cousin or uncle or somebody. You might look like somebody who did some great favor for him a long time ago. You might look like somebody that did something wrong to him. So rejection is all like, just depend on the person. So, don't take it the wrong way. Just go on about your business and talk to the next one. Because if it's your thing to find somebody who you really want to spend time with, then you have to know what you want. If you're looking to find somebody you just want to have a sexual relationship with, then talk to 50 women a day. Speak to them. Try to speak to 50 women a day. Try to get telephone numbers. Speak to 50. If 40 blow you off and 10 say, hey, you need a number, you might hook up with 2 or 3 of them. Do that every day. If that's your goal, just to find a bunch of women and try to get involved in sexual relations, do all that kind of stuff, that's your game. Go ahead and do that. But games come with costs. Every game comes with a cost. To me, myself, I've been married. Well, my precious wife just passed away March the 19th of this year. We were married for 41 years, man. I never liked the game. Never liked the single game. I love being married. I love my wife. She gave me 4 precious children. I was expecting her to live to be in her 90s, and she passed away at 67. I'm 65. And man, never want to live a single life. But the single life, what you want to live, you better make sure that you use these things up here. Yep, make sure you do that. But make sure you have a whole box of these things here, condoms. Make sure you have a whole box of condoms, man, because these condoms are going to protect you from catching diseases. They're going to prevent you from impregnating somebody that you don't love, that you're just trying to have sex with. So again, I elaborate on rejection real big. Again, the advice I gave you for rejection, like water off a duck's back. Don't take it personally. Somebody don't like you, move on to the next. Talk to the next one. You're going to find somebody that's going to like you, somebody that wants to spend some time with you, somebody that's going to make you happy. That's what you do with rejection. Now, if rejection is on the part of a male to a female, right? A guy rejects a female. Well, that's a rare kind of case, because in the course of a day, even a woman who's a 5, it's going to be guys constantly asking her for a number, her name, or blah, 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 because guys are always pressed for sex. Guys are pressed for sex a lot when they're in a certain age group. I give them like 17 to 35. Man, those guys are pressed for sex, man. So sex is more of a driving force to them at that particular age. And because they're not getting it as often or when they want to, they're always out there looking for it and talking to it and trying to get something. So that's the problem. That's the problem with that sexual thing. But yeah, women get rejected too. They get rejected when they go after the guys that every other female wants. And then that guy like cheats on them, does something else on them, they get so upset and mad, but that's who they chose. They chose that type of guy. So what other thing we got here? What is this? I don't know. What's this? Can't read that down there. Hi, everybody in the chat. How you doing? Hope everybody's doing fine. Hope everybody's healthy, taking care of themselves, eating properly, getting proper sleep. Not putting in too much, having some kind of leisure time to enjoy yourself. Thank you, Gomez. Okay. Hey, brother, God bless you. Got me there first. Jay. Yeah. That's what you basically want to do here. So, again, I'm just closing my business at 12 o'clock. It's like 1:25 in the morning. Watching a Netflix movie. That's why I'm still doing my regular stuff here. I've relocated myself inside my business. I live upstairs in an apartment there, so I don't have to do any traveling home or 45 mile trek home like I used to. I just go right upstairs, walk right up the steps, and get my sleep on. Don't have to worry about losing any, losing any time on the road. Or I'll deal with the crazy drivers. They say from 1 to 5 o'clock in the morning, from 12 to 5 o'clock in the morning, only people on the street is the crooks and the police. Shouldn't be out there. But I guess you got people who want to party people out there. So they're out there still doing that same thing. Yeah. I never enjoyed the party too much. Never was a partying guy. Like I said from the early part, I got married in '83 when I was in my 24. Married all these years, my wife just passed away. Just passed away, and man, I miss her something horrible. Something really horrible, man. And I'm a Christian. I believe that my wife's in heaven, and I'm gonna tell you, I still feel so much loneliness and sadness that she's gone. Man, I tell you, so much loneliness and sadness. The life you've got to deal with. I've had a extremely blessed life, so I shouldn't be, bitter about it. But I'll tell you, I am bitter about it. I'm still upset, but that's the way it is. I mean, God knows what's better for us than we do. I guess I'm sure of that. I just wasn't privy to it. That's all. Just wasn't privy to that thing. I'm sure God will reveal it to me in time. But I wasn't privy about that thing. She's in pretty good health, man. Wasn't nothing really wrong with it at all. So I'm expecting her to, live to be 90 years old for sure. Life's crazy, man. Life's crazy. So, had to add some change back there. Got any questions? Just ask them. If I can read the chat, I can make it out. I'll definitely answer them for you. Been around a long time. Got a lot of good information for you. Maybe save you some trouble out there in your young life. Again, I've had 4 children. My oldest son is 37, daughter 35, daughter 36. My youngest son 32. So, yeah. Both my daughters are married. I thank God for that. Definitely thank God for that. Glad they're not out there searching or looking. I'm glad that, that God has blessed them. They're married and happily married. Thank God for that. Happily married. Both 2 sons are still single. And I hope I pray those guys find some really wonderful women who want to be wives, who want to raise a family, who can cook pretty good and just all around good people, reason things out like me and my wife used to do. You have your ups and downs in marriage, because sometimes you want something the other person doesn't want, but you kind of sacrifice. Marriage is all about sacrifice. About sacrifice and really loving somebody. Yeah, it's so sad to me today. People getting all these divorces, man, get married, get divorced, have kids, don't see your kids. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But it's the world we're living in now. Everything is like, everybody got to have that self-gratification real soon. They can't, endure anything. You know, they always taking stuff too personal. You know, the more you talk to somebody, the more you have a conversation, the more questions you ask, the more information you gather, the more things you know. You're doing something as important as a relationship, or you going into marriage. Man, you want to make sure that whether in sickness or in health, rich or for poor, all these type of things, the person's gonna stick there with you. You don't want to be a person that comes into a relationship and maybe you're financially secure, and you come into a relationship with somebody who's not, and then you have divorce and somebody's cutting away at everything that you made during your life before you get married. These prenups are a really good thing because the prenup can circumvent a gold digger. It can circumvent somebody whose total plan is just to take your money if you achieve that kind of money. It's probably better that people come together the same kind of thing, level, kind of young, like you get set in your ways real fast, and set in your ways mean you can create a lot of bad habits, and those bad habits, man, just will keep you single, so it's best to always be honest, always stay away from bad habits or things that are going to drain you. Now, I was never one. I'm in the store, right? I've been selling like beers and wines and stuff, man, for like 40 years. I'm not a consumer of that stuff. I can probably count on both hands when I've drunk that in 40 years. Not a consumer of it. Sell cigarettes and funnels and all that kind of stuff. Can't stand funnels. Don't like cigarette smoke. So all that stuff, man. I don't indulge in it. It's my business. But some people come in, they have true habits, but they gotta have this stuff, man. If they don't have this stuff, then the whole day is messed up, man. They are, crying and carrying on, man, coming in here. So you wanna not create any kind of habits like that, man. Habits that can, you gotta have, gotta be able to take something to make you feel normal. Whether it's smoking cigarettes, whether it's smoking weed, whether it's drinking, whether whatever the case is, you want to be in a situation where you're not a slave to none of that stuff, man. Don't want to be a slave to it. You know what I mean? That's just a bad situation. So you don't want to put yourself in a situation like that. You want to be, always able to respond. Not point where you're driving out there, you drunk. Getting in these accidents and carrying on and things like that. You want to stay away from those kind of things, man. You want to. I would even say, man, a lot of this abusive language, man. People use a lot of this cussing and stuff. Every third word gotta be a cuss word. Everything gotta be an S, a BS, a ML. I mean, there's everything in the world gotta be a cussing thing. I mean, you gotta expand on your vocabulary to the point where you don't have to depend on cussing words to make a point, to make something clear. I mean, that's how you want to roll, though. Do it roll that way, but I think it's bad. And always say on my YouTube channel that employ yourself, get self-employed. Self-employed, man, is always better than working with somebody else. Doing both of them at the same time is extraordinary, though. If you're employed by somebody, you have a business on the side, oh man, that's the best of both worlds because you have two streams of income. It's always good to have at least 3 streams of income. As many streams of income as you can is good to have. But it's good to have 3. So if something happens to one, you got 2 more to depend on. And when you got those 2 more, you develop another one. So you always have like 3 streams of income. I always want to have that. And my wife was big about that. Streams of income. Vacation every year, Say we've been to, before she passed away, right? She just passed away, so I keep talking about my wife passing away because I love her so. Now I'm you call that a widower. A widower. A man's a widower. A woman's a widow. A man's a widower. Pitiful, man. Pitiful. Yeah. That's what I am. A widower. But So today, the only kind of order I got in today was the market. Delivery came from the market. Let me spend today. Let me spend $541.69 was the expenditures today. So I'll break these expenditures down on this bill. I'll break them down into what I spent for beer, what I spent for food, what I spent for soda, what I spent for other tobaccos, what I spent for cigarettes, and what I spent for other goods. Other goods, things like paper towel, toilet paper, bags, anything pretty much like, you're not going to be able to consume it. These condoms I was telling you about is so important for you single people out there. So important. Yep. So, that's just that. So I got one person still hanging with me right there. One person still hanging tough. Let me see. Somebody wrote down here. What's the best way to ask for what's that? Years. What is this? What is this? Sell you big bag of chips, huh? Yeah, I can say bag of chips. I got myself licensed and approved that I can actually run my business 24 hours a day. I can stay open 24 hours a day, like 7-Elevens and all that kind of stuff. But I close at midnight because midnight is as late as you can sell beer and wine and alcohol. And I notice that when I stay open after midnight, everybody's coming for a late night drink. And if you sell some alcohol or beer after hours, I think it's a $500 fine on you. Try to suspend your license, so that's why I close at 12. But if that wasn't the case, you sure could get you a big bag of chips. Yeah. If you were a customer, somebody that I knew and lived in the neighborhood, I would sell you a big bag of chips now. I go to the back door and sell it to you. Say, Clank, man, I'm geeking for a big bag of chips. I'm like, oh, I got you covered, But, yeah, that's what happens then. Oh, boy. So you learn a lot about money. That's good. It's good to know a lot about money. Money is the means of exchange in this world. It's good to know a lot about money. Yes, indeed. Cheetos. I think I only got the jalapeno Cheetos. Jalapeno Cheetos. Oh boy. Wow. Late night drink. Oh well. Late night drunks. Yeah. Yeah, boy, late night drunks, man. They coming, man. They coming. They're coming. They want to have it. And they're begging and pleading and saying, oh, man, I ain't going to tell nobody. I'm saying, you ain't got to tell nobody. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I'm going to sell beer from 10 o'clock to midnight. And after that, I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to sell wine, and I'm not going to sell it after that. Oh, boy. Eric. He had an older brother named Eric. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Yeah, my phone, man, is like scratchy as a mug, man. I know a way to make this chat larger would be great. Chatter. They should stock up at 8 p.m. You're right. It should start at 8 p.m., man. So you have it. What I know is happens to people is that in my store, my location in Washington, D.C., I can I can sell not single cigarettes. You know, single cigarettes is illegal. I can sell single beers here. And what happens is, people can buy single beers. They're less likely to buy 6-packs or cases, right? So they drink that beer, or single beer, and they're chilling out home, and they look at the clock, and there's like 11:30, 11:45. They're trying to rush down here, and then 12 o'clock I'm closing. So they come knock on the door. If I happen to stay open, I happen to have a good crowd in the store, and 12 o'clock comes, I'm still waiting on customers, you know, still busy, so I'm briskly working. I work all night long. People keep coming. It is 12:15, 12:35. They come, oh, come on, man, I'm only 30 minutes late, 20 minutes late. I said, I'm sorry, man, you're too late, I can't do it. Oh, man, you know me. Yeah, I know you, but you don't jeopardize your income because you know somebody. You know, that's when inspectors all on their little white cars with little flags on it out here, trying to give you tickets to justify their income, you know, justify their jobs out there at night. They hang around those nightclubs and go in those nightclubs and those places like that, those bars, where they want to make sure they can catch somebody doing something after that time. So you make sure you're not in that number. So like I said, when I'm really busy, I close at that time midnight, I'm done. You drive by here, it's done, it's closed. Go, you know, irritate, bother somebody else who's trying to make a decent living. I think that I think even 21 in DC, 21 in DC to buy beer or cigarettes, I think it should be 18. I really do. I mean, if you still going to service at 18, if you're going to service at 18, you ought to be drink beer and smoke cigarettes, because you go in and allowed to kill somebody, ain't you? I mean, so that's how I look at it, but somebody can look at it differently. You can say it's affecting this, affecting that. There's one thing about it, the more laws you have, the more people you turn into criminals. I mean, if you have enough laws on the book, you can make everybody a criminal. You know, I don't like all these kind of laws. I like the free market enterprise thing. I like that. I think people should be able, as God gives you free will to make choices and decisions, they should be able to do that. I think that wise decisions have wise consequences, and bad decisions have bad consequences. What else was I saying? Your sales are 9 o'clock? They stop? Okay. I call sales in at 9 p.m. here. Okay. Oh, Milwaukee? Oh, yeah, Milwaukee. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of early, 9 o'clock. Man, that's scary. That's right. You better start at 8 o'clock. If you stop selling alcohol at 9 o'clock, you better start at 8 o'clock so you have enough to last you or whenever you decide to go to sleep. Wherever you decide to go to sleep. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, baby. I used to, just to say, probably, I don't know that show was even filmed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They say, welcome to this song with these people. They hung in the basement, chilling with each other. They're called, man, what was funny guys, man, in the basement. Hello, Wisconsin. What it was, something like that. It was that town, that place. God dang, I can't remember that place, man. It was fun. Bunch of little white kids in a basement talking about their lives and stuff. Had one kid, I think he was either Hispanic or foreign, and he couldn't hardly speak English good, and they were laughing how he talked. It was a funny show, and his father and mother were funny. Father was, I think, a military guy. The mother was like a really homemaker kind of lady. So it was a fun thing to watch. I enjoyed watching it. It was a hello Wisconsin, welcome Wisconsin, some kind of name like that, man. But it was a pretty good show, man. Pretty good darn show. I know I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it when I watched it. Sometimes you get away from TV and things, if you get caught up in some other kind of activity you're doing, but that TV was good. That was good. That was a good show. Get some good laughs out of that. Yes, indeed. So my other goods, I bought a case of paper towels. I bought a case of toilet paper today. That's all the goods. I keep tracking these things independently, so when I look back on the month, I can tell you exactly what I spend on Cigarettes, exactly what I spend on tobacco, exactly what I spend on beer and wine, food. I can tell you exactly what I spend. I like to be exactly what I'm doing so that I can tell what's picking up in sales, what's going down in sales. Is there a reason for any one of those things, you know. You know, I'm gonna do that kind of stuff, you know. Man, and being self-employed, man, is so. I'm gonna tell you, I worked for an independent concrete company when I was younger, real younger, and I worked for ITT Continental Bakery Company. I used to be in Washington D.C. I used to work here. Man, they pay good money at a bakery. I never thought a bakery would be so hard. Man, it's hard working in a bakery. God, I tell you, you're making those Hostess cakes, those Twinkies, those honey buns, those 3 different kind of donuts that come in the Hostess box. You know, the plain, the potted, and the cinnamon. Plus, they made like Wonder Bread and all that kind of stuff, and all other little breads that other companies, you know, had a name on it, but we actually made it there. And in so many stages. I used to work in the fermentation room where it had these large, big pans, maybe 6.5 feet long, maybe 4 feet wide, full of dough, and you actually had to have a battering stick to keep the yeast from making it fall on the ground, roll over the stove. You had to hit it with that thing and make it done. You would take it to the guy in the mixer when the bell rang, ding, and then you would take it into the mixer. Everything was lined up, which would become next. So you had wheat bread, it'd be lined with wheat. You had white bread, lined with white bread. You had rye, lined with rye, all that kind of stuff. And so I did that kind of work, man, for 3.5 years. It was a good job. After that 3.5 years, I started running this. I started running this at 85. So yeah. I was in college, man. Never really dig the college scene too much. I had a scholarship playing basketball, but I never really dig the college skips. I always felt it was going to be something different. I felt that I wasn't going to be sitting in nobody's office nowhere, and I didn't feel I was going to do anything like that. So I always wanted to be in business for myself. And it worked out good for me. I got what I wanted. Thank God for that. Sometimes you don't get what you want in life, but I definitely got what I wanted. Let me see here. That's it, man. That 70s show. Whoa, that's what I'm talking about. Man, that 70s show was so enjoyable, man. So funny and enjoyable. I love it. I love that show. Yeah. That was a good one. This show was a good one. God. Man, why I couldn't remember that 70s show, man. Crazy. That was you talking about good television, and they still can make good television. I hate when you watch something that's always got to be cussing and crime. Always got to be bunch of killing going on. You got to be something crazy like that, man. I mean, your mind can't make something enjoyable. But that 70s show, man, enjoyable. That was enjoyable. You know, and never did a lot of people enjoyed it like me because I think it ran for a long time. Yeah. I bet it's still in syndication somewhere too. So yeah, that was a good show. That 70s show, yeah, I like that show, man. I enjoyed that 70s show. Yes, indeed. I used to like to watch Al Bundy. Yeah, I think he was pretty good in Al Bundy. But there's only one Al Bundy in the world, I'll tell you that, buddy. He played that role to a T. Al Bundy. Yes, indeed. He played that role to a T. Enjoyed that. Yeah. Sure. I don't like all those. Everybody's. My wife, man, when she was living, she loved to watch all those like CSIs, those late night crime things when husbands killing wives and all this kind of stupid mess. Like, oh, she liked that kind of stuff. I used to say, oh, honey, that stuff gave me a headache. But in marriage, hey, 2 TVs, she can enjoy that. I can enjoy something else. I mean, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I would watch TV someplace else. She would watch it in the bedroom. So by the time it coming for me to go to sleep, she would still have that stuff on. I would go to cut TV. I'm still watching it and be knocked out. I said, but Charles, just leave it on. Leave it on for her. I guess she get up and cut it off sometime in the morning. But I was like, man, I know you're not watching that. I wouldn't want to go to sleep watching somebody like some kind of crime thing. Somebody, all this kind of crime and plots. It seems like just the TV network is full of that kind of stuff. Of course, we know there's a lot of crime, a lot of things going on, but I don't need to watch. I don't need to bring it into my bedroom every day, every night. I mean, that's like crazy, but she really enjoyed that stuff. Yeah. I don't know why. I never asked her, well, why do you enjoy that? I never asked that. I definitely didn't enjoy it. I definitely did not enjoy it at all. So, not at all. Uh, so I'm just again separating the what I spend on sodas, beer, food, other tobacco, cigarettes, and other goods. Split them all up in those categories. I can. I give an example. Let me see. For the month of May, I spend $7,549.52 on beer, $787.56 on cigarettes. Then on down the line, food, other tobaccos, costs, other goods and sodas. Sodas, $2,882.14 on sodas. What those sodas, man? It's something. Man, the sodas. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So do that kind of thing like that, and then so I add them all up now together. Yeah. So I finished the legend. The legend book, man, is just a regular little, composition little books, man. You buy a composition book and it'll go through 3 years of the legend as far as the business is concerned. My business is basically a convenience store. I'm let me show you. Oh, they're gone. Work behind plexiglass. Yeah, plexiglass. All right, who's in there? That's something to show. Erg Stacks. Okay. Yeah, figure Milwaukee is famous for beer. Erg Stacks. Erg Stacks. Erg Stacks was hanging in there with me for a good long time. He's gone now. You know that I love you. Can't help myself. I love you with my mind. Oh, you coming back? Oh, you coming back? Jimmy. Jimmy, baby, Jimmy, man. Accidentally deleted something. There wasn't nothing wrong with it. Just accidentally deleted it. That's all. Trying to stare this little thing down right there. Really stacks. Best way to ask for. Crazy. Crazy. Too much information. Yeah. Two cases, two of the button. Black and mild. Just wanna be fans of me. Some guys, huh? They don't. Jeez, man. Mm-mm. Well.
Oh, we gotta do this, man. I ain't done this. Ah, God dang it. I gotta do the credit card machine, settle up, man. There's stuff in the water right here. Okay. Ooh.
What's up? How's everything going? How's everybody doing out there? It's what time is it here? The nation's capital. Nation's capital is 2:35 in the morning, 2:35 a.m. in the morning here, and I'm closed up at 12 midnight, but got Corbin watching some Netflix, so I'm a little late doing this. I'm normally finished this probably like an hour ago. So this is basically the receipts from the credit card course of the day. Let me show all these things here. All these things, credit card receipts. Credit card receipts. So I'm getting those credit card receipts. I'm gonna put them in this thing here. Put them around rubber bands and put them in dated the 20th, which was yesterday's date. Today is the 21st, early in the morning. Get this done. Try to keep everything in order. So I keep all the copies of the receipts of my transaction in the course of the day. Put them in these jars. Actually, I actually do this the entire year and save it. I might keep these receipts for a couple of years. Then I dispose of them. I keep them for a couple of years and dispose of them. I already did my ledger. A ledger is, when you're in business, you tally up what you made on a particular day, all your expense, what that day cost you, what you might have spent. If the ice cream truck came, if the beer truck came, the chip truck came, the soda truck came, add it all up, and then I divide it into like 5 categories. I put beer, cigarettes, sodas, other tobaccos, other goods. And then at the end of the month, I can tell you exactly what I'm spending on all those items. And exactly what I made during the course of that month, because the 20th of every month, which was yesterday, you have to pay sales and use tax to the local government, Office of Tax Revenue. So I made sure I had all my stuff in order so I could take care of that tax obligation, which I did 11:53 p.m. yesterday. So I got that done. That's over with. Thank God for that. Once a month, pay them that. That's why when you go in stores, they can put a tax on a product that you buy. Those taxes go to the local government. So you gotta put a tax in. In DC, you got something called a bag law. You gotta charge everybody 5 cents for a bag to get a bag. You got 10.25% they buy alcohol. You got an 8% tax if they buy sodas or beverages. You got 6% tax for just general supplies. But yeah, I wish it was just one flat tax across the board. Make it a lot easier. When you start taking care of selling these taxes. I think it'd be better for customers too. Know that it's going to be a flat rate across the board for everything, and I don't know, man. I'm not in the government, so got no say about what the government does. No say what the government does. Yeah. What's up? So that's what's up. That's what's happening. That's why I'm in here doing this stuff now. This your first time on the chat. My name's Clinton Price. I live in Washington, D.C. My name of my YouTube channel is Stay Black in America, baby. I've been in business for 40 years. I work behind a plexiglass. Let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. That's what the customers come in. Plexiglass. Closed right now. Right? That's what that looks like. So I walk over here. See my supplies and stuff right there. And throw all that trash away. This is what the customers come into. That's what they see. Right there's a bunch of clothes I'm giving away free. Yeah, a bunch of clothes giving away free. Pretty nice clothes as well. Giving those away free. I took a bunch of clothes to Goodwill. I guess they sell them all to people coming by them at low prices. You get a tax write-off. So I took a bunch of clothes to Goodwill. My wife of 41 years passed away on March the 19th of this year. And so I've been giving away, I don't know if it was all women, but I think she had enough clothes for 5 women. Clothes and shoes. So I've been giving away stuff since probably she passed away on March the 19th. I've been giving away stuff since April the 10th. I've been giving away stuff, A lot of stuff just giving away, man. I don't, I'm not throwing it away, so I'm giving away. And I've seen some people come and actually wearing some outfits, which, kind of put a smile on my face. But, that's what you got to deal with. So I just do that. I give away. So I took my quota to Goodwill, got my tax write-off for this next tax year. So when we filed taxes for 2026, for 2025, I'll be able to write all that stuff off that I gave there. Stuff from giving away, of course, I can't write it off, but man, I'd rather give away to people instead of give away to Salvation Army, and then they clean it and sell it and make a profit. Just give it to somebody free, let them put the clothes on. So that's basically how I do this. I work from 10 to 12 midnight every day. Me and my son do it now. It was me and my son and my wife, man. Just me and my son. So we close on Mondays. It used to be 7 days a week, but 10 to 12, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., 6 days a week, close on Monday. Monday we take care of odds and run errands, and my wife would normally have taken care and done. She carried a lot of weight around here. Did a lot of wonderful things for me. She, in the course of her life, like she had gave me 4 wonderful children, 2 guys and 2 females. Both my daughters are married, thank God for that. And she was a school teacher. She was a great mother, great wife. Always bubbly, always ready to go, always looking at the good side of everything. So our 41-year marriage was a sense pretty much, man, because we didn't get into no stupid arguments. I mean, everything was pretty much important what we did. So I think she was a much better wife than I was a husband. But I did work all the time and took care of my kids and stayed in the house and did all those things that God's supposed to do. But I look back and say I could have been sweeter to her a lot of times when she went away and I gave it to her. I probably could have been a little sweeter and given her away. I look back then, it wouldn't make much difference anyway. She gave her away. But whatever, she got away. I would just complain about it sometimes. So, yeah. So I'm sitting here and like I said, I finished doing the ledger. I finished doing my I have online banking, but I still do my banking work on paper. So I have so I get a more closer feel. So if something go wrong with a glitch in the system online or worldwide, whatever, I still know exactly what I'm supposed to have. So I do it like that. Yeah. And again, I've been in business for 40 years. Me and my wife started running this business back in '85. She was a housewife. She worked for the Naval Department out there in Crystal City, Virginia, when we first met. And once we got married in '83, she quit that job in '85. And she was a housewife maybe like good 7 years, and she was just a housewife chilling. And then she started basically working here with me a lot. So we basically spent most of the time here together. Because I spent the majority of the time because the kids still little, but she was in and out here all the time. So man, she was a part of the whole thing. Whatever I needed, if I needed something, I said, honey, I need something else picked up from the market, get it from her, she'd get it. Then when the kids started growing up, she would go to all the kids' schools, make sure they weren't being bullied, make sure nothing would happen to them. And what those schools ended up doing was that they would hire her because she was there pretty much every day. The charter school thing went into effect then. So she was security one time. I was like, it's crazy. How you security? Then she was a teacher's aide. She was in the library doing secretarial stuff like she did when she was with the federal government. And everywhere she went, people really liked her, man, and wanted to hire her and keep her around. So she was always an asset to wherever she was, whatever she was doing. And whether it was me, our kids, his family, she was an asset to everybody. She was just wonderful. Do a lot of stuff for her brother, sister, family members and stuff like that. Like I say, she was a healthy woman, man. I don't say you could pass away and just wake up and pass away, but that's what happened. So still waiting on the paperwork back from the examiner for that. So, I mean, this is crazy, man. Real bad for me. Real bad for, she was planning a vacation. She always planned a vacation. I've been on vacation every year of our 41-year marriage. This will probably be the first time won't go on, because normally she sets them up for June or July and August. And I'm not setting up a thing. That really never been my thing to do that. So I probably would just go ahead and work way through, and I probably wouldn't enjoy a vacation without her anyway, because you got somebody, man, that loves you, somebody that's gonna always make sure you're fed, fixing food for you, well balanced meals, and And just, just all around wonderful person, man. You're gonna have fun going. When I go somewhere, I'll just be somewhere else, you know. Had to fetch myself or order some food out or something like that. And what am I gonna do? Look at the walls. That's a long time to be married, man. It's a long time. I honestly expected her to outlive me. I thought she would live to be 92 and I would live to be 85. I think she'd die at 67. But yeah, man, it's crazy. You never know in life. But like I tell everybody, I'm a YouTube channel. I always do a sermon on the Sunday. And I always tell people, accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and your Savior, repent of your sins. We go to heaven by grace, not by works. That's why Christ sent his son to die for the sins of the world. The son died and rose again, so he took the sins of the entire world on his back. So God gives us a free gift of heaven, not by works, not by any works that somebody can boast about it, but by a free gift of grace. We only get in by a free gift of grace because we can't forgive ourselves our sin. I always tell people that I don't hear it enough on TV or programs with pastors and talking, so I always like to give it to you. I know that Osteen says it from time to time. Joe Osteen says from time to time, he says a prayer with you. He said, we believe you got saved if you did that. If you accept Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, repent of your sins. So that's just the most important thing in the world because our bodies are just are mortal, man. Ash to ash, dust to dust, but our immortal souls live forever. So you definitely want to live forever with God the Father and God the Son. You don't want to be cast down to hell with Satan and all of his followers who were cast out of heaven like lightning. You don't want to go down there with them. Hell was actually made for them, but humans are pretty much filling it up. So just the easy accepting Christ as Lord and Savior. He's not expecting you to make a 360. He's going to come live within your heart and lead and guide you in the ways of righteousness and help you and make your life successful. And you still got your free will, but hopefully he'll lead you in the right direction. But my thing is to see people in salvation go to heaven. When God reveals to me how easy it was, people to go to heaven, I said, man, nobody should ever go to hell. It was that easy. I mean, God, it's so easy. But you got atheists, don't believe in God. You got scientists say they can't prove nothing. They can't prove nothing, so they can't do nothing. But me personally, I've cast out evil spirits in the name of Jesus Christ. I've been healed of afflictions, acid reflux, sleep apnea, two spinal cords in my lower back so I can stand up straight like a man with no pain. I mean, God has done miracle things to me in my life, so I guess the scientists are not privy to that. They haven't experienced that, so how can they quantitate that? They haven't experienced it. But I tell you, we go around telling everybody else there's no heaven, there's no hell, and blah blah. You just die like dogs and animals, and just go. We're telling about that because we definitely have spirit in us. Even in the very beginning of time when God made Adam and Eve, blew the breath of life in him, and man became a living soul, right? So another thing written in the Bible says that if God doesn't get his number, he'll take a tree, carve a man or woman out of a tree and blow life into them. That's kind of crazy to think of something like that, but if you think the fact that, that we breathe out carbon dioxide, trees breathe it in, they push out oxygen, and we can take oxygen into our bodies, that's a pretty close relationship right there alone. We're keeping each other alive pretty much, the plant life and tree life and human life. But I always tell you that because it says the only thing you can tell somebody, the devil tries to come and snatch it from your heart. Snatch it from your heart. If I'm telling you that and you don't quite understand it, he comes and snatches it from your heart. You can't remember it the next day. But I keep telling you anyway. So I've been on my channel in 2021. I had 178 sermons. I try never to miss giving a sermon. Never to miss. I ask God to reveal to me what I should say, what I should talk about, things of that nature. So what am I saying? Whatever I'm talking about is being understood, is being edifying, people learning from it, growing from it, they're accepting Christ the Lord and Savior. They know that some people are going to have drinking problems, smoking problems, drug problems, sex problems, anger problems, theft problems, all kinds of, any sin you think of in there, envious of everybody, jealous of everybody, mad at the world, all that kind of stuff like that. Man, you accept Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, repent of your sins, and you pray every day, trust in the Lord every day, you try to read the Word every day, instead of reading some other kind of book. Find a chapter or something in the Bible to read, whether it's Old Testament, New Testament. It's all good, and God says that heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall never pass away. And so it's always kept me. It's helped me now in the midst of my wife passing away. It's helped me quite a bit. to continue to adapt and continue to exist. 'Cause for it happens. Your equilibrium is off balance. If somebody that's such a crucial part of your life is like just snatched away, and you're like, man, how do I think about this? How do I think about that? What am I going to do about this? What am I going to do about that? I know my wife wanted me, and she said, will the house to Danae, my oldest daughter. So that's a done deal. She's in there now. She got married October last year, so she's in that house now. It's gonna be will to her once I get the paperwork done, like I'm supposed to be doing. That's gonna be done to her. And this business here in Washington D.C. is gonna go to both my sons, and so we're gonna get that done and get all that kind of stuff in order. So just go ahead and just keep living. Take one day at a time. That's all you can do. One day at a time. And like I said, I pray and I trust in the Lord, and I'm just a man, but I doesn't believe in God, and God has done so many things in my life and helped me with so many things that I just thought I'd be privy to know if something was going to happen to my wife, but I was not privy to it. It happened, but I didn't mean knowing about anything. So I figure all things work together for good, but I know it'll be revealed to me in time why should I feel like that. But the thing that's so stunning about it, I always thought you were all me, is that during the COVID-19 thing, I didn't go to the hospital. She nursed me back to health, took care of me, gave me. We didn't like I said, didn't go in the hospital. People were going to the hospital were just dying, so we didn't go in the hospital. Believe it or not, I was. Took me like 4 days to recover from it. You feel terribly sleepy and weak and tired. Your breathing gets slower. You start hearing a rattling in your chest, like coal is piling up in your chest and just rattling. Like it's not coming out of there. Somehow it's stuck. You can't get it out of your body. You can't hawk or spit it out. And she was giving me Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus and Tylenol, over-the-counter stuff. Not like any super duper stuff you would think about, but Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus and Tylenol. And drinking plenty of spring water and just sleeping, man. I wasn't eating anything, just doing that and praying, of course. And that thing broke, man. I was able to, the fourth day, walk back around again. And before a week was over, I was back at work again. But she was crucial for that, man, because if it wasn't for her, who would have done that for me? Who would have done it? Most people would take the easy route, put my big 6'3" ass in the hospital, and I probably would have died. They put you on a ventilator. What the ventilators were doing was breathing for you. So all that cold and stuff just kept building up in your body until you choke yourself and died. So that thing there was horrible, man. That COVID-19 was horrible. Then forcing people to take shots or they lose their job, I think was a horrible thing too. Force somebody to take a vaccination. They say it takes 10 years to find out whether those things going to work or have any side effects. They were just pushing on the public, and many people take those things. Of course, I was not one that took it. I ducked those vaccination shots. Didn't take them at all. Trusted the Lord and kept praying, and still here today. So I don't know, man. It's just you gotta really gotta stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. I ask God to be the center of my decision making, so that my decisions are wise and prudent, and not only wise and prudent for the present, but extended to the future. You want to make wise decisions all the time, because we make decisions all the time, don't we? Make moves and things all the time. If you don't put God at the center of it, how many times have you made a move or decision and it backfired on you? You're thinking, why it backfired? You think, oh, it's just life, it backfired. No, man, you didn't put God at the center of your decision making. You got to do that, man. It's hard sometimes, you got to do it. But this business that, like I said, my parents, my father and mother started back in 2000. I'm talking, they started back in 1967, during the Martin Luther King era, assassination era, and stuff like that. They ran it for 18 years until 1985, and then I took it over 85 and ran it ever since. Both my parents are gone. My mom lived to be 81, mom 86, dad 81. And so again, I was expecting my wife to live a long time, and so yeah. Again, I said that'll be revealed to me in time. The reason for that, but she's in glory for sure. She accepted Christ the Lord and Savior, man. We used to sit and talk about the Lord and at nighttime and watch television together and talk about the Bible. And I'm sure she's in heaven. She's in glory, and that's way better than it is here. The thing, eyes have not seen or ears heard the things which God has prepared for us in heaven. So I'm sure she's in glory, man. So I don't know, but I know before she passed, she was planning vacations. She was planning to meet up with my wife's, with my daughter's, daughter's family. What's it called? In-laws here. She liked them a lot. I think they're nice people too. Actually, they're from Chad, Africa. So they're pretty cool people, man. I mean, they're just pretty cool. I mean, everybody pretty much the same all over the world, but I mean, they seem like a tight knit family. And my daughter's husband's mother passed probably a year and a half ago, which is crazy. Then he marries my daughter, and then her mom passed. A lot of death for that young guy to deal with, but he's a strong young guy. He's got a strong family. His dad's still living, so that's good. I'm just thankful, man, that like I said, my two daughters are married, and I can witness to see that. I'm glad my two sons get married and have some babies. I sure want some grandsons around here, but we'll see whether that happens or not. Let me see. Right in my mouth here. Well, it came and left, right? Hello. Messiah girl. Hello. Came and left again. How are you? I'm doing great, Messiah girl. Sorry I wasn't looking at the camera there while you was talking. But I had it sitting over here on this thing. Coming in and people coming out. Messiah girl. Welcome to DC. Now you can live the high life. You can have a picnic on the mall. You can baseball on the mall. You can picnic on the mall. You can baseball on the mall. You can visit all the museums. You can visit all the places. You can visit the Martin Luther King Jr. High. You can visit all kinds of things. Song I'm trying to work on here. I'm not doing pretty good on it. Simply orange juice. Simply not messed around with. 100%. Welcome to DC. You can live the high life. You can shop in Georgetown, have a picnic on the mall, play softball by the Mighty Man. You can visit Rock Creek Park. You might have a sexual healing. Marvin Gaye is from DC. Or you might want to go on U Street. Chuck Brown started the go-go. Or you might want to be elegant like Duke Ellington. Or you might want to play baseball at Parkside. You might want to go to Chinatown and play and watch ice hockey and basketball. Or maybe you want to eat somewhere. And the best thing about DC is you got 30 trains coming daily from New York City. You can get out of that rat race and live in a nation's capital, the most powerful city in the world. Yes, you can. So welcome to DC, where you can live the high life, where you can do extraordinary things, where you can be whatever you want to be, where you can make your dreams come true. Welcome to DC. Yes, indeed. Welcome to DC. Look, working on that thing, man. I'm not really a rapper, but trying to work on that thing what I did. Maybe get that thing a little better and better. Yeah. So that's pretty much the thing what I did. Go it every night. So time is in the morning now. It's about 3 a.m. in the morning, Washington, D.C. Probably regular time in Africa. So, wow. Well, Well, I'm gonna cut off that live stream right here now. 3 a.m. in the morning, get a little sleep. I did my market list for tomorrow, did my ledger, did my bank accounting. Everything's good. Set aside a check aside for the market, pick supplies up. I'm good, man. Go and lock this thing up and then walk right upstairs and go to sleep because I don't have to travel nowhere. I go right upstairs. My daughter's got the house, it's hers down. She can have it. She's got it. Don't have to go out there and travel to go to sleep. Travel 45 miles and there and back. I have to do that kind of stuff. So that's it. So look, like, share, subscribe to my channel. Until the next time. Bye. Let me cut it off. Cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. Are you sure you want to stop the streaming? Okay.